Good morning, babies. How we feeling? How we doing? I hope we're doing wonderful. It's very early around these parts. It's not quite 7. But I felt called. I'm in a great mood, listening to my music, doing my little morning routine, and moisturizing, doing all the things. And I'm like, ooh, is this something? Is this a message? I think it is. First message, you bend, you don't break, okay? What do I mean, you bend, you don't break? For some of you, go read a poem. This poem is called Her Kind by Anne Sexton. Go read that poem. That poem is a beautiful rendition of all of the many people that we have to be in this lifetime sometimes. And there's a line in the poem, I think Anne says, where your wills bend, where your wills crack, mine bend, or something like that. So that's important to somebody, baby. Like, you're doing a hell of a motherfucking job. If nobody's told you, baby, you're doing wonderful, beloved. This shit is hard. April has whooped everybody's ass. Everybody's ass. If they said it didn't, they lying. No, I'm just playing. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it didn't whoop everybody's ass. But everybody I know, baby, April has been tough. I need you to trust. I need you to lean into the fact that you have all the tools you need. And the tools that you do not need will be given to you. They will fall from air. Yes, like feathers through the wind, in the wind. Hello. I need you to know, baby, that you bend where most break. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Is that type of energy where you are the one, you are the gifted one, you are the seer, you feel what others don't really feel, and they looking at you like, why are you acting like that? You acting like that because you bend where most break, beloved. You are a flexible creature, you are a mutable creature, you are a formidable creature. Yes. You don't need an explanation as to, oh, this is why we're feeling like this. This is the instruction on how we're supposed to trending. No. That's not your spirit. That's not your energy, baby. You are a feeler. Deeply. Feel the things. Don't second guess how you feel. But also, baby, don't always respond and act upon that first feeling. Like, sit with it for a little bit, especially this month. Let April ride on out, but sit with those fiery sparks that's like, oh, let me tell this nigga, like, let me submit that 2 weeks because I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm talking about? Like, relax, baby. Take a breath. All the days that you've been alive, you've made it through them bitches. You're going to keep making it, baby. Because what? We bend. We don't break, baby. I'm also being called to say, like, something about when somebody says, like, oh, what do you do for a living? Like, what do you do? Whoever I'm talking to, baby, your internal response is, I get closer to God. I get closer to God. That's what I do for a living. I seek God. I seek clarity. I stay away from confusion, right? I stay away from unsure feelings. Like, I seek God. Hello. I seek God. I seek clarity. I seek my internal compass, right? That's telling me what I'm supposed to be doing, how I'm supposed to be moving, right? I feel like somebody here really needs to hear that you are the one, beloved. I don't know what the one is. You are the one people have been waiting on. Your people, our deep feeling, thinking family, yes? It's important for you, baby, to get rooted in something. And I've said this in a previous video, but you need to do something with your hands. You need to do beadwork. You need to get into pottery. You need to get into making things around your house. Make your own cleaning supplies. Make your own skincare. Be careful. Plant something. Do something with your hands, baby. That's going to help root you throughout the rest of April. Because April is just, she's a firecracker, poo. But if we did April right, and there's no right or wrong, but if we did April in alignment, if we were in alignment in April, you discovered a wound that was very deep, and you meditated, you listened, you discovered the ways to help heal that wound for real, not just band-aided, baby. And I personally had some wounds around mothering and nurturing what has been given to me and what I'm giving, and over loving and over nurturing some things, right? You can overwater things, baby, and you can kill it. Okay. Somebody needs some new house shoes. I don't know who that's for, baby. Somebody needs a screen door this spring, this summer. You need to put a screen door on your house. And somebody needs a new welcome mat. Somebody needs a new welcome mat. Okay, this does not flow with everything else we've been saying, but this is a download that I'm saying to share. I'm gonna read it verbatim. Nothing or nobody is the same once your expenses depend on it. Oh, who was that for? Listen to me one more time. Nothing or nobody is the same, yes, once your expenses depend on it. You love taking pictures. You love photography. It's a hobby. You have a 9 to 5. Photography is your hobby. You don't quit your job and say, I'm gonna be a photographer. Your spirit is not gonna align with that hobby in the same way. It's not gonna be a breath of fresh air. This is just me talking, baby. It's not gonna be a breath of fresh air, Pook, if you are trying to pay your rent with it. I don't know who that's for, baby. The time to explore and get aligned with your passion, with your purpose, is while you have income that is not dependent on that passion or purpose. I promise you it's the truth. I done lived 34 years and I done lived it, baby. And I'm not saying don't take a chance on yourself. I'm not saying that you're not prepared to step in alignment with your passion and that you can monetize that. What I am saying is that, baby love, be prepared for your excitement, that exude, that rejuvenated feeling that you have when you're in your passion space. Be prepared for the energy around that to shift a bit. Things get different when my mortgage depends on it. Hello? When my car note depends on it. Okay? I don't want you to come at it with a mindset of like doubt, but I want you to be prepared, baby. We're in a season where, look, save your money, Poop. Don't spend it all. Okay? There's things around the corner that we must be prepared for. If you say you are who you say you are, you must be prepared. There's things you must know. There's things you must do. Hello? Whoever that's for, receive that, baby. Receive that with a hug, warm eyes, and a warm heart, yes? Because that's how I mean for you to receive it, baby. And even some people, that man cool until you need that man for groceries. You need that man for this thing. You need that woman for this thing, that person, that family member, that fill in the blank. Yes, overall though, the energy is very good. I think we're going into a very sexy, a very cute, a very, it's giving cherries, it's giving pucker weekend. Yes, it's giving moisturized, it's giving hydrated, it's giving drink your water. It's also giving don't eat everybody food and don't sit down on everybody couch, baby. Know where you are meant to be this weekend and move the fuck around and go home. Okay? Listen to your spirit. Listen to your gut. Oh, I promised them I was going to go to this event. Spirit said, no, we're not going tonight. Guess what? Don't go. Don't go. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your spirit, baby. This is in alignment with everything, right? Listen to that inner calling, that inner voice, that echo. Try to quiet it as much as you can, baby. Quiet the noise so you can hear your medicine talking to you. You can hear your tools talking to you. You can hear your spirit team talking to you, baby. I'm also being called to say therapy is important. Therapy is a tool just like anything else, just like spiritual tools. Yes, therapy is a tool, and it's a helpful, practical tool to keep you grounded. In the same way that we say use your hands, you can use your words, you can use your ashe is what I call it, to heal, right? In therapy. You know, with this spiritual journey, a lot of times we can get very heady. We can get very like, everything's about me. Everything is about, I'm the center of everything, which is like beautiful. But to balance that, baby, you must have a practical system. You must have a day where you're doing your chores. You must have a day where you're looking at your budget. You must have a time where you're meeting up in a local organization in your community to do something about something in your community. Yes, you must know an elder or two by name and by phone number. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it practical, baby. Balance it out. This is the time to do it. This is the time to do it. April was, if you noticed, a longer month not in days, but like in energy. April was long. January, February, March was pop, pop, pop. April said, hold on. Let me get comfortable. Let me stretch around in here. So be mindful, Pook. Be mindful of your energy. Be mindful of your gifts. Be mindful. Be mindful, baby. Yeah. And when it's time to go home, please go home. I love you so much. Have a beautiful day whenever you're seeing this. Have the most wonderful day. And I will see you next time. Mwah.